Want reliable wealth? Stop guessing.
Okay, I believe we are live. Just give me a moment. I'll make sure everything is working fine, and then we can get the YouTube live stream started. All right, let's get started. Hello, and a very warm welcome to today's YouTube live stream. My name is Ozair, and it is 21st July 2026, 2 p.m. in the UK. Each week, I'm going to go live today on Tuesday at 2 p.m. and answer any questions you may have. So if you're joining me live, you can pop the question in the chat. I'll keep an eye on it. Or if you have our email or through our website, you can send the questions beforehand and I'll prepare it for you during the live stream. So if you can't join in live, you can always watch this recording. So let's get started without much further ado. And I'm going to share my screen. And hopefully you'll see my screen. And here's the first question which has been sent across to me. So I pre-prepared these beforehand. How can I get better results from my Google Ads campaigns? Okay, I'm sure everyone has the same burning question, and they all want better results from the campaigns. So here are my top tips on what you should do to improve your results. First of all is track real conversions and not just the clicks. Many people get excited, oh, I'm getting so much traffic and visitors to my site. But you need to track the real conversions, and without conversion tracking, you will not be able to use the smart bidding. The AI will not know what you are looking for. Set up the proper conversion tracking for leads or for sales, whatever your campaign goals are, and not just the visits, right? Because without it, Google cannot optimize it, and it's going to optimize your campaigns for the wrong goals. Then use search terms report to refine your keywords and your targeting. So there is a feature in Google Ads where I've seen many advertisers not use this at all. You've got to use it regularly, not just once. See which ones are irrelevant terms, and then you add them as negatives. Because if you keep on doing this over a period of time, you're going to cut all the wasted spend and improve the relevancy of your campaigns. The third one is improve ad relevance and landing page match. They've got to be congruent. What you are promising and showing on the ad must match the landing page. So your ad and the landing page should literally mirror each other. Same promise, same offer. And this boosts quality score as well and lowers your cost per click because you're going to get a higher ad rank. So if you're promising a 40% discount on the ad, the landing page must show 40% discount. If you're selling red apples, you must show buy red apples on your landing page. The next one is use ad extensions. These are really good assets to use because it makes your ad look bigger, and your CTR goes up, your ad rank improves, you get higher quality score. So all these extensions like site links, callouts, prices, structured snippets, and there are quite a few more, increases the visibility and make your ad look a lot bigger and for free as well. Google won't charge you for showing additional information on your ad. And because the ads are bigger, your CTR or the click-through rate increases straight away. The last thing is don't set and forget. You got to work on it and optimize your campaigns daily, weekly, and regularly. You pause the poor performers, adjust your bids, test new ad copy. The momentum in Google Ad comes from consistent tuning. So it's like going to the gym. You can't just go once or twice and expect the results to happen. You go to the gym 3 times a week, and after a few months, you're going to see some really good results. So that's what um, happens when you keep on working in your Google Ads account. Having said that, do not keep tweaking and making changes every few hours. If it's a small account, just set it up, let it run, and then once in the morning and once in the evening, keep an eye on it. And if you need to make any tweaks or changes, you can keep on doing that. And that's how I would get better results from my Google Ads campaigns. I can see a question come in from Jesse. How much spend per ad per day? I cannot give you a definite uh, number, Jesse, because I don't know what your budget is. If it's a small account, whatever you can afford to test to get your results or your goals, you set it up. So if you can afford to lose $15 or $20 a day, I'm not saying throw your money blindly. All I'm saying is you need to test your budget. And once the ads and the campaigns are profitable, then obviously, if you want to scale your campaigns, you can carry on scaling it. But I presume you're talking about the testing budget as to how much you should spend per ad. And also, I don't know how many ads in an ad group you are running. We ideally run 2 ads, so then we split test and see which ones is the winner. And then after a little while, once we got enough data, the losing ad is dished, and we bring in a new challenger. So keep the questions coming through, and I will try my best to answer them for you in between the ones which I've already got by email. Okay, the next one is, how do I make email marketing actually work? Another good question. So the first of all is segment your list. It is really, really important that you just don't blast and broadcast the same message to everyone. Send different emails to customers, leads, and cold subscribers. Relevance skyrockets engagement, and that is how you will increase your open rates as well. So if you're sending campaigns by MailChimp, you can create your list easily, different list for different audiences, and then send the right message to that audience. Write subject lines that create curiosity. So avoid things like newsletter vibes. Use curiosity. You're missing this one point in your funnel, dash, 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 to earn opens, because people become curious. Oh, what is this one thing? I want to know. Third one is use a simple structure: hook, story, and offer. That is the format you want to follow. And pretty much every successful marketer will follow this format. You got to hook them, tell your story, and then an offer. So people read stories. They're interested in my story, interested in your stories as well. They're not interested in your sales pitch all the time. Yes, you need to pitch as well, but not all the time. In between, yes, absolutely. Put up your offer. Start with a pain point or a story, then lead to your offer naturally. That's how it flows. Automate follow ups. Don't rely on just one email. Create 3 to 5 email sequences that build trust and gives value before pitching. So if you got a automation of 5 emails, I would give value, 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 and then maybe an offer in between. So I'm not going to send out an offer every time with every email. Test one variable at a time. Again, it comes to the split testing. Change one element per test so you know why it worked and why it didn't work. So if you're sending out 2 different emails with completely different subject lines, preview line, and the body text, you would never know why this one worked and why this one didn't work. Just change one thing. So start off with a different subject line or a call to action or an image, just one bit, so you know what's actually improving your performance. Okay. The next question is, why is my website not converting visitors into leads? This is a common problem many business owners and professionals have, or marketeers have, as to what is the problem. Why are they coming to my website but they are not converting? So let's go through the fix. Fix the above the fold section. So visitors decide in 5 seconds. Many say within 3 seconds. Show what you do, who it's for, and what do you do next right away. So, above the fold is the section of the website which is visible without scrolling. And that phrase, above the fold, comes when we used to have that good old newspapers, the broadsheets, and they were folded into half. So, without opening up whatever is on the top bit of that newspaper when it was folded, that section would be called the above the fold. So keep all these important section information above the fold so they don't need to scroll down. And you need to pay special attention for the mobile phone version as well as to what will be shown above the fold. Add social proof near call to actions. So that builds trust. So things like testimonials, logos, reviews, right beside your call to action, which could be a book a call or a get free quotation, the button for that call to action. Always put that. Use outcome driven CTAs. So instead of submit, which is quite boring, say get my free quote or start my free trial. So outcome is equal to higher clicks. Speed and mobile optimization. A 3 second delay can kill conversions. Use Page Speed Insights, which is a free Google tool, and you will know instantly how much your website, what's the speed of your website, literally within a matter of seconds. So that tool will give marks out of 100, and you want your marking to be above 90, which is the green bit, especially on the mobile version, because most of your traffic comes from the mobile. The last one is really important. Simplify the forms. I see unnecessary fields making that form longer, and that kills and reduces your conversion rate. The fewer the fields, the higher the conversion rate will be, and the more leads you're going to get. So if you just need the name and email, then don't ask for website or their phone numbers and stuff like that. Just keep it simple. Start with name and email, and then you can always qualify them later with additional information you can send through. All right, the next question is, how can I generate more leads without increasing my ad budget? Great question. So here are the 5 tips, and I would recommend that you follow all of these to increase your conversion rates. The first is to retarget website visitors. So those who have been to your website already, don't let them go. I see it very rarely that people will convert in the first time or the first visit. You retarget them on Google Display Network, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, wherever you want to, pretty much. But make sure that you have got the tag on your landing page or your website for all these channels as well. But you can target website visitors on Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube or wherever you want to show your ads. And retargeting is extremely powerful way of getting those unconverted visitors back to your website for them to have a look again at your offer. You can also create a lead magnet. So make it something different, something interesting rather than sign up to my newsletter. Offer value upfront like a checklist, a guide, or a calculator in exchange for contact information. Then you can use pop-ups or exit intent pop-ups wisely, but don't overdo it because they can be annoying, but it can increase your conversion rates. Because if somebody is exiting your website and a pop-up comes up with a really good offer, they might sign up to that. So it will increase your conversion rate. Leverage referral offers. So turn existing customers into promoters. Simple refer a friend and get X amount or whatever can literally increase your leads. And I see this really very rarely. Optimize the thank you page because somebody has signed up to your offer and now you have another opportunity to offer them something more. Most people just put in thank you for signing up or check your email. That's about it. So after the form submission, invite them to the next step. You can either book a call, follow me on my social media, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or download a bonus of some kind. So they are your captive audience where they have already shown interest in what you have, but then you can give them a low value offer as well to monetize your ads. So you can do all sorts of creative things on your thank you page. So instead of just a pop-up message coming up once somebody fills in the form, thank you for your submission. We will be in touch with you very soon. Send them to a thank you page and you can do all sorts of creative things. All right. The next is, what's the best way to improve my SEO without hiring an agency? Okay. So first, and this is absolutely the most important tip I can give you, is to optimize your Google business profile. Complete every field, add photos regularly, and post weekly, if not daily. Is the fastest free local SEO win. Make sure your profile is 100% complete with all the categories, phone number, your address, and you post it on there regularly. Write one helpful blog per month. Now, it's kind of like going to the gym. If you go once a month compared to once a week, you're going to get the results faster, but at least do something. I see so many websites when the last blog was posted about 8 months ago, and Google frowns upon those websites. There's is saying, well, you're not working on your website, you're not doing any work. Why should I reward you with higher rankings? So write regularly. Now, with the help of AI, you can create content at scale and, in fact, very high quality content as well, not just AI garbage. So upload blogs regularly. On our website, we upload once every weekday. So every weekday, we upload a blog and update our websites regularly. Try and get local backlinks. Yes, backlinks are important as well. Partner with local directories, charities, or other blogs to link back to your website to show authority. Improve on page SEO basics. So, that is also important. Make sure that your website is in order. So, each page should target just one main keyword in title, URL, and the headings. Don't try to target 5 different keywords on the same page, just one per page. And focus on reviews as well. Try to get reviews, good reviews from your customers. Google loves trust signals because this is extremely important. Trust is about everywhere and about everything. The more genuine reviews equals to higher visibility. All right. The next question is, how can I use video to build trust and get clients? Oh, it's my most favorite and the most interesting question so far. I'm running these live stream. I go live to build trust using video. When somebody watches me live or as a recording, they're listening to my message, and my trust building starts every time somebody views and watches my video. This is why we have created so many videos on our YouTube channel. I believe we got more than 2,600 videos we've uploaded in the last few years. So, again, we upload videos constantly on our YouTube channel because it definitely does work. So, you can start with short FAQs, simple questions. So, these kind of questions, which I'm sure putting up over here and then answering them, you can do that too. And you can make a graphic and create these bullet points. You don't have to, but putting in a little bit extra effort will result in better results. So start with a short FAQ, answer common customer questions on camera. You've got to be on camera. It builds authority and saves time on repeated queries. Use subtitles and hooks in the first 3 seconds. Again, extremely important. People are mindlessly scrolling all the time. Get attention instantly and make it easy to watch muted as well. Show, don't tell, demo products, show behind the scenes, or show customer results. Proof will always beat promises. Add a call to action at the end. So don't leave viewers hanging. Tell them exactly what to do next. Book a call, get the guide, or whatever it is. And repurpose videos across platforms. So the same video or this same video, we download it from YouTube and then we create shorts, reels, TikToks, LinkedIn, everywhere. I can even create multiple videos out of this one live stream because each question can be a video on its own. So we are again repurposing. You do the work once. So if I've got 10 questions over here, I've got 10 more videos which I can do without having to re-record it. All right. So next one is, how do I know if my marketing is actually working? Good question. And this is where many marketers and business owners are flying blind. They don't know what's working and what's not working. and it's really important to get to grips with what is working, because then you can channel more resources and budgets in that channel. So, first of all, set smart goals. Be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So, if it can't be measured, it cannot be improved. So, start every campaign with clear targets and KPIs. It's really important, otherwise, you'll be wasting money. Track leads and sales in one dashboard. Always use a CRM if you are lead generation. So we use Pipedrive for our business, but there are lots of other CRMs like Go High Level as well, to see where each lead came from and how it converted. Track offline conversions, incredibly important for lead generation, because you're feeding the data back into the ad channels. So upload phone calls, store visits, or form submissions back into Google Ads or Facebook or wherever to see the true ROI and the return on ad spend. Review KPIs weekly. You don't need to spend hours, just a few minutes to cast an eye over them, how your campaigns are working. So things like click through rates, cost per lead, and return on ad spend. You can spot the trend before they become problems. And drop vanity metrics. So things like followers, impressions, the feel good. Yes, we all want more followers, impressions, likes, shares, comments, but those are vanity metrics. They won't pay your bills. But leads and revenue matter more. All right. Now, the next one is, what's the easiest way to improve my social media engagement? So, post with a purpose. So, you got to educate, entertain, or inspire. That is really important. Random posts will not work and don't work. Each post should achieve one goal. So, you can teach, connect, or motivate. Use hooks in the first line or at the beginning. Always use a hook. Grab their attention. Most business owners are doing this the wrong way. That's a hook. And then explain what they are doing wrong. Always show your face. Don't hide behind the camera. I know many people are shy. I too have got a face for a radio, but I bring myself up on video and on the live stream, because people buy from people and people trust people who they can know, like, and trust. So human posts outperform graphics. So you can have the best graphics like these ones. They will not build the trust as quickly as a human face, because people buy from people. Reply to every comment. Now this can become very tedious, but try and do that, because that shows that you care. It doubles up the engagement and builds trust signals activity to the algorithms. You can batch create content weekly. That is the way to do about it. So if you want to upload 5 videos a week, do not record one video per session, so one video per day. It will never happen. What you need to do is block a time in your calendar that this is my time when I record, and batch record 5 or 10 videos at the same time. It doesn't take long, and you get them done in one go. All right. Why don't my ads convert even when I'm getting clicks? Really good question. So, first of all, you need to recheck offer and the product market fit. Is your product fit enough for your market? If clicks don't convert, maybe the offer doesn't match the intent. So, you need to refine your promise, or maybe you are targeting the wrong audience. Align ad copy with your landing page. As I said earlier on in this video, if you're selling red apples, you've got to show red apples. So message mismatch will kill conversions. Ensure the same language and offer appear in both the ad and the landing page. Add proof elements. testimonials, case studies, or any kind of numbers like trusted by 500 plus businesses. Really important for that proof element. Use urgency and scarcity ethically, and I would underline ethically because you don't want to mislead people. If you say that this offer ends in 48 hours, then it should end in 48 hours. Not after 2 weeks, I see the same offer and you're still going on about 48, ending in 48 hours. So be ethical. If it's limited spots or time bound bonuses, you got to honor that. And once you say it's over, it should be over. Track micro conversions. Really important metric to focus on. See where users drop off. Starting the form or the scroll depth. How far are they scrolling down the page? Another micro conversion could be click on a video button, whether they're watching your video on your page or not. Add to cart button. These are micro conversions, which will lead to the main conversions. But if they don't trigger that micro conversion, the main conversion is not going to happen. So you can fix the bottlenecks one by one. Okay, I think we have come to the bottom of the last question. Let me just check one more thing. Yeah, brilliant. So thank you so much, everyone, for sending me the questions. And I hope you enjoyed this live stream and send us to me your questions for the next session on next Tuesday at 2 p.m. And I look forward to catching up with you soon. So till then, take care and goodbye.